play ball. Though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of full competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins fans podcast. On today's show, we're talking about the debacle of the game between the Washington Redskins
and the Carolina Panthers. Did you forget who we played?
I was thinking the Eagles, but
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone different.
I can't even remember who we played. It was so bad.
We played Smiling Cam Newton.
I know that we
his
lost.
big cats from Carolina.
I didn't forget that. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
We've been going through all this. We've been going through all this trouble for the last few hours trying to get the sound right again. So I'm hoping you guys can hear us out there. Josh and John can't hear the music, but
oh, there's music. Oh, did we start? Oh crap, my bust. What's going on?
Aaron apparently implemented some new technology today that's hasn't been quite tweaked out yet.
I tried.
Josh, your settings on the YouTube channel haven't been tweaked out. You're off to the side.
Oh yeah.
Why am I?
Dude,
Why am I on the side?
I also didn't change the stuff on the YouTube channel to say that this was episode 423 on the live stream. Maybe you can do that right now.
Seriously, come on. What are we so slack? I'm changing it right now.
Anyway, well, everybody's out doing Christmas shopping anyway, and they don't really want to hear us talk about this loss. So.
What? I'm done with my Christmas shopping.
I don't shop anymore. Sweep.
Josh, is that like a...
I give all hugs and kisses now. That's it.
Is that a USS...
That's why all your friends hate you.
Is that a USS Enterprise shirt you're wearing, Josh?
What are you talking about?
I mean the hat. What the hat?
This is from Methodical Coffee in Greenville, South Carolina. Really great coffee shop. If you're in Greenville, South Carolina, lots of Redskins fans there. Methodical Coffee.
There's probably a lot of Carolina fans too.
There are plenty of those. Most of those are millennials and younger folks, but the old diehards are still Redskins fans. They're either Redskins or there's a lot of actually Atlanta Falcons fans in that area as well.
Interesting.
Who dat? Who dey? Wait, what are the Falcons? They're not who dat or who dey. What are they?
Who dat? Who dey? Who
They're
dey?
neither one of them.
Oh man.
They're just like flesh.
Anyway, everybody, welcome to the podcast, episode 423. We'd like to give a shout out to our benevolent sponsor, Desmond C. Lee.
Yep. Desmond C. Lee. He's got a new story on Rigger's Rag. Go check it out. Good stuff.
What's his Twitter handle?
His Twitter is Desmond C. Lee 2.
Why is that?
Aaron?
Because Desmond C. Lee 1 was hacked or taken. Sorry, I was just reading a text from John. He's texting me show notes during the thing.
Dude, that's what we do.
Is that a
Dude, that's what we do. That's what we do here in the business. Here in the business, when we're doing stuff, you wouldn't understand things like this. I know, but we try to tweet each other or text each other messages to say that things are working or not working, or Josh just gets himself a twin stick and pulls it right in front of the camera.
They're usually not working.
Snakes. Yep.
Anyway, all right. What do we say about this game? I mean, it was kind of foreshadowed last week when we barely beat the Eagles because of how bad our defense was. Although this week the offense was just as bad.
It was awful.
Everyone was bad.
Everyone. Deshaun Jackson was good. Dish.
Later on in the first half, he was kind of
where was he?
Yeah, that hard. He could have got a first down on a second and down catch that he made, and he just trotted out of bounds instead of trying to fight for one more yard, and then we ended up having to punt after that on third down.
Yeah.
And then there was another one that just went right through his hands.
Yeah, but he still had 111 yards and a couple of great catches that they had to review to make sure they caught.
He had 2 awesome catches.
Yeah.
He had 111 yards.
I 111 yards. Josh,
Maybe
do your
he'll
Deshaun.
maybe he'll have a show about that.
Josh, do your Deshaun face.
Oh,
Oh man, it kind of looks like I'm sitting in your living room, John. I mean your Redskins room with the map on the background.
Yeah. I've got my portable vision screen. It's kind of hard to put it back. I can get it out easily. Putting it back right now is a bit difficult, but I think I'm just about ready. I think I'm just about there.
And then
Right
look
about
like
at
we're
it.
floating over a football field.
Yeah.
It might look cooler if I just look like I'm sitting in the same room as you.
You are kind of like hanging out in front of me.
Yeah.
it does look like your shoulders like all stuck over in his living room.
I know if I like adjusted the shot so his shot came all the way across this way and all the way across to you, and he had like a really wide camera, it would just look like we were sitting next to him.
Dude, get off my right arm.
Dude, come on. Seriously.
Dude, seriously, get off. Stop grabbing my head, man.
Stop grabbing my
Dude,
head.
get off my head.
Dude, why is your head so small?
Dude, quit grabbing my head. What's your problem?
Hey, guys.
Anyway, back to the podcast.
Fun with green screens.
Yeah, all right. So we talked about the offense horrible, defense horrible. Josh's dog Martrell Spate did not do well at all.
Dude, I was like texting Martrell late all day long.
Oh my goodness.
He seemed to be
Dante
late to
Whitner
the
Sr.?
late to the play the whole game. Oh my god.
Ba-ba-bum.
He's a senior? He's acting like a senior, as in like over 55 club or something. He's like he got his what's the card that you get? AARP card today this past week.
Dude,
Man.
there was one time when Dante Whitner Jr. just didn't even bother covering anyone, and the dude got a touchdown, and Josh Norman just looked at him like,
Yeah, Dante Hitler is junior, senior is hanging out there, and the ball goes over his head, and he's like looking one way, and then he looks back towards the quarterback and sees the ball going over his head, and he's like this.
and then Josh Norman,
And does that, and the guy catches it, and like you said, Josh Norman's just sitting there and turns and looks at him like, "You dumbass."
and he's like, "What are you doing, dude?"
He's like, "You're not even close to him." He was just like, "What?"
He's like,
Dude, there were so many plays where people weren't even close.
is he a junior or a senior? I don't know.
Hitler?
You know who
I
else
think
was
he's a
bad in this game? Let's talk them all about them.
So many people were bad.
Toller was horrible.
We got lucky
Toller,
that Toller got knocked out, but I don't know who went in to replace him.
Fuller, dude.
Oh, that's right. Fuller
You know,
was
Mr.
on the bench because he was so bad. And so they put in Toller, who gets like a penalty every other play he's active in.
Dude, John, you said Kendall Fuller was going to be the bomb. He was going to be like, man,
Who said what?
John
Wait, what?
didn't say that.
early on.
Dude,
in the
I did
season,
not ever say
you
that
were
Kendall
like,
Fuller was
Kendall
good.
Fuller.
No, Josh. That was you. If anybody, it was you, Mr. Double
No,
Number.
dude.
No, that was that other dude that we got from Virginia Tech that we ended up having to cut after a couple years because he was injured. What was his name?
Who was that guy?
What was his name?
He was some other cornerback. Rabbit Rads probably knows if she's in the chat.
Remember, Rads isn't on. She's like in the grocery store or somewhere with the iPad or
She's probably getting. Maybe she's traveling.
Soul
It is a
Pepsi,
traveling
Soul-
time of day. It's the 21st.
It's the most wonderful time
Of
of the
the
year.
year.
Not this past week. wasn't it?
Dun, 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 dun.
Feliz Navidad.
Now, I want to ask
Yeah,
you
this is
guys,
our last
'cause
show this is our last show before Christmas. Don't forget that. So, Merry Christmas, everybody.
maybe,
And don't forget that
unless
we
do
play.
after the game on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hmm.
I think doing one Christmas Eve is
And John's mistletoeing.
and John's mistletoeing.
Wait, when's our game this week?
He's still trying to.
Saturday, dude.
It's Saturday.
Do we have another short week?
Dude, I
Yeah.
called that out on Twitter.
Don't you hate that?
2 short weeks.
What's that about?
Thanks
2
a lot,
short weeks
Goodell.
within the span of like a month.
Yeah.
Dude, the players got totally screwed over in the last CBA. They're so stupid.
Man.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. Dude, this defense, I hate to say it, but with this defense, I wouldn't be surprised if we get beat bad by the Bears. They're starting to play better. Their running back
The
is good.
Bears.
Dude, they've got is it Barkley, that quarterback from USC?
Mm-hmm.
That
Charles
was
Barkley.
drafted by the Eagles for a couple years and just they didn't play him because they suck. Because
He's starting to come into his own, and
He-
they have that
he's
Howard
starting to
dude,
show stuff,
running
yeah.
back, who's starting to show up. And
Who,
our
what?
defense is starting to not show up at all.
Our defense is worse than ever. Although, I mean, the offense basically gave him some points with Vernon Davis getting blitzed right into Kirk Cousins' back
On
and
the
getting
first
that
play of
fumble on the
second
one.
half.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Dude, we had 2 chances to take the lead. One, just like the week before, Kirk Cousins threw a pick. Right?
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
And then the other one, was that fumble where they picked it up at the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
Dude, Kirk Cousins was just off. He couldn't get like a rhythm going. I don't know what his deal. He still ended up passing for 306 yards on the day.
Yeah. No touchdowns.
No touchdowns, 1 interception.
Jordan Reed got hurt and then got punched a guy in the face and got thrown out of the game.
Dude, after he got slapped twice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but dude,
He didn't.
What kind
But
of
he just straight up punched the guy like street.
He like street punched him
Fighter.
in the face.
He was
I'm
like, dude,
surprised he didn't
bam.
break his hand or something.
He punched
Yeah,
him with
yeah.
a face mask. What
I
kind
know.
of moron does that? That's like when Gus Frerotte bashed his head on the was it the goalpost or the wall?
Goal or the
Behind
ball. What? Yeah. Good
Remember
stuff.
that? And he like knocked himself out before
He
they
was
had
never the
concussion
same
protocol.
after that.
Gus.
I never see anybody interview Gus Frerotte. I wonder if he remembers that game.
He probably doesn't remember much after that game.
Yeah.
I wonder if many people remember Gus Frerotte besides Laura, because that was her favorite player of all times.
She was like, I'm waiting for the Gus bus.
I love the Gus bus.
I love the Gus bus.
I'm
Oh,
taking the
dude.
Gus bus.
Oh.
That
Dude,
was
so
in
I'm
like,
looking-
I don't know, 95, 96 or something.
Oh, man. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. She says it's cold in Boston.
No, it was bad stuff. We were bad then. We're still bad.
Oh, yeah.
But-
Hey, we got Rabbit Rads, Pepper Spray, and Alamo City Live music up in our up on our chat. Josh is still off to the side of his camera. I don't.
Why am I off to the side?
I don't
It's
even know
your-
I don't even know why
Dude,
these
it's your
guys
camera.
listen. I can't even.
Is this
remember
better?
who we
No,
played.
Aaron makes me turn. Is this better?
That's better.
Dude, you make me turn this like all sideways. How am I supposed to operate when I'm looking at the side of my computer?
Get a separate
Aaron
camera.
is
that you
kind
can
of-
twist.
Aaron's kind of the separate or the same way with his. His is sideways in the other direction.
Dude, I'm like way off to the side.
You're good now.
Speaking of
Good.
things that are off to the side, did you guys watch that "How About Them Cowboys" video that was before the game?
How about them Cowboys, dude? You said that to me, and I
How about them Cowboys with
All
Rob
I-
Riggle?
Did you
all
watch it?
dudes, all I saw was the midgets. I'm sorry, the little people, whatever it is that they're calling them.
I think they were dwarves.
I don't know.
Dwarfs.
I don't think dwarfs is a
I
politically
think they're called little people.
politically correct. I think it's little people.
That's not the correct nomenclature, dude.
Dude,
Little people.
I don't think you have to be political.
dude, they're little people Americans.
Little people,
They're little
citizens.
cowboys.
of the world.
Let's just
Whatever
call
they
them little
were,
cowboys.
whatever they were, as soon as I saw the first couple of them, God, seriously.
And one of them
As soon
was
as I
doing
saw the
worm.
As soon as I saw, dude, as soon as I saw the first ones on there, I was just like imitating those like guys that wear the blue jeans and the white T-shirts at the Cowboys game because the Cowboys are like the only team that has male cheerleaders.
The drummer dudes, the guys that beat their drums during the game.
They yeah, I thought that was a pretty good a pretty good match
But-
to judge them up. I'm glad that Rod Riggle has seen the same things that we have at the Giant Stadium.
Did you
Or I'm
catch?
sorry, at the Cowboy Stadium.
Did you catch the guy that was just sitting on the edge of the bed eating like some giant cheeseburger? And did you see the line about Ben McAdoo having a porn stash, but he still looks like a baby?
Dude, I've heard this on sports radio. This is what Ben McAdoo looks like for the Giants. Ben McAdoo looks like two kids where one is riding on the shoulders of the other, and they have a trench coat on so they can sneak into an adult club
With a fake mustache.
with a fake mustache on and a fake haircut. That's what Ben McAdoo looks like. He looks like two underage kids trying to get into a strip club.
Yeah. And then they said that Carson Wentz looked like a bearded Weasley.
I thought that was pretty good. I still think he looks like the fifth Gronkowski brother though. He's like the smallest of all the Gronkowski brothers. He's probably like, quit it. Stop, get off me, dudes.
Wait, there's 4 of those Gronkowski dudes?
There's 4 Gronks.
There's 4 of them. There's 4 brothers, and they're all just like him, except the others aren't like Gronk 1, Gronk 2,
Where's
Gronk 3.
Oh,
Ugh. Haven't you seen that commercial where with Gronk? Isn't that the commercial with Gronk where he's like on the top bunk and his brother's on the bottom or something? And he's like watching the video on his phone. Have you seen that?
no.
Kinda. Aaron probably not.
No.
He only watches like Disney.
I'm vaguely
stuff.
remembering this. I think it's like a year old. Now I got to look it up.
Jazz fusion. Jazz fusion.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
Oh my goodness.
How about them
All right, so
Cowboys?
let's talk about how we had our
I like
chance to-
talking about this. This is giving us a change of pace. I don't want to talk about the
game.
damn game against Carolina Panthers and ass Cam Newton, the most hated player in sports.
Let's run down the stats real quick.
All right, do it.
All right,
In this
Cowboy.
game. I'll give you the quick overview here. Basically,
Here's the overview. We
We-
sucked.
we do.
Podcast.
We
over.
had more passing yards on the day. Kirk Cousins went 32 for 47 with 306 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. Meanwhile, on the blue side of the ball, or the
Teal.
blue, silver, teal, whatever color Panthers are not,
They're supposed to be Carolina blue, but they're not.
that is not Carolina blue.
It's not at all.
It was tainted by South Carolina, and it made it a slightly different color blue. I don't know. It's strange. But
It's strange.
Carolina passing, Cam Newton on the day, 21 for 37 with 290 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was sacked twice to Kirk Cousins being sacked once. Both teams essentially equal there on the sack loss because Cousins lost 9 yards on that sack and 10 yards loss of yardage for Cam Newton. All right, rushing. Now, here's where the crap, it's a family show, hits the fan.
29 yards, right?
29 yards rushing for the Washington Redskins. 29 yards. What do we say every week? I'm gonna keep saying it and keep saying it. What do we say
We
every
need a
week?
damn rushing game, is what we
We
need.
don't have 100 yards rushing, we're not going to win the game.
I don't know if anyone's ever won a game with 29 yards rushing.
Rob
We
Kelly
would say if
had
our
less
main
than a
back-
yard.
Yeah. If our main back does not have 100 yards rushing,
Dude,
whoever
try
that
10.
is, whoever
Try 10.
that
Kirk Cousins had 11. He led the team.
Kelly had 8 yards rushing
no.
on the day.
Kelly had less than a yard per rush.
I don't really understand
Hey,
this
so-
because our offensive line we give up very few sacks. I mean, he has all day to throw like every time, but whenever they run, they get shut down. I don't get it.
Yeah, and
We let
that's part of the problem.
Carolina-
Go
Sorry.
ahead, Jim.
Oh, so we let Carolina set the pace early in this game. And when that happened, it was like we were chasing them the rest of the whole game. And when that happens, I feel like our offensive folks, the masterminds of our offense, so to speak, all they can do is say, crap, we got to get downfield. Throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball.
Mhm.
It's like they want to try to get as much yard out of every play as they can, or they're forced to because we're getting down to the end of the game and there's just not time to run. And that's not what we need to be doing.
And then
We
they
gotta-
do run sometimes when you're like, why did you just run on 2nd and 28 or 1st and 20?
Right. Why'd you throw that 3-yard pass on second or on 3rd and 22 or whatever it was?
Right.
I
In
mean-
the meantime, our defense is sitting there on like a 3rd and 16 and gives it up. And a 3rd and 26, I think, and gives it up just because they suck so bad. They suck so bad.
And I don't know how much of it is them sucking and how much of it is Joe Barry, like, not dialing up pressure. Like, every time he rushes 3 or 4, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I rarely see him rush more than 4 people. Do you guys? What about you in the chat? I don't have the chat open, but John does. He can tell.
I'm reading this, folks, on
I'm
Twitter,
checking it
too.
today.
The chat. Oh, Pepper Spray is on. Rabbit Rads is on. Yo, dudes. My favorite pod people. No rushing yards, 29, says Rabbit Rads. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Sucks. And the offense
Carolina
gave up almost as many points as the defense, I might add.
Who was it for Carolina that rushed for, was it Stewart? No. Rushed for 135 yards.
Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan freaking Stewart.
And
You know the last time he ran for over 100 yards?
Plug, man.
You know what last? No, you're thinking of Mike Tolbert, that guy that's like as fat as he is wide.
Oh,
No, Jonathan Stewart.
Is wide.
Jonathan Stewart ran for over 100 yards for the first time since guess what game?
When he played us.
The last time he played the Washington Redskins
130.
last year.
132 yards.
Unbelievable. That's how bad our defense is. He hadn't done a 100-yard game since the last time they played us in the middle of last season.
Yeah.
Not one 100-yard game. And he comes in and he gets what? 100 and what do you say? 132 yards against us. It was like he was I can't say he was like running on water or anything like that or trying to be smooth or anything. He was just banging it through and gutting it out, and our guys were just like, get knocked down all over the place.
They were horrible.
Dude, he was
That's
averaging
how terrible our defense
He was
is.
averaging better than 5 yards a carry on the day. And when a guy's running 5 yards every time you hand him the ball, you just keep handing him the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Absolutely.
a first down and another first down. Cam Newton had no rushing on the day. He had three carries, 0 yards rushing. And then Tolbert's the big guy, right? Tolbert was 2 carries with 13 yards on the day.
And think about this. What is the lag effect on draft picks and everything? Because a few years ago, remember how anemic our offense was and we couldn't score more than 20 points would be an awesome day? And we're like, we need offensive guys. So we started drafting all these offensive dudes and getting them in free agency. And now what's happened? Our defense has been neglected. So, I mean, there's no balance there. We need defensive guys now. But, I mean, Scott McLuhan made that one bad move, in my opinion, getting Doxson. But other than that, I mean, he's done
And we
well
still don't know
at
about
building the offense.
We still don't know about that for sure, but this year it seems like a really bad one. But
I'm
we'll see.
talking
That might
needs.
that might show up in that might show up in the future. We'll see. But yeah, as far as this year is concerned, what a dumb pick.
Yeah.
We'll see though.
But I mean,
Stewart.
it's not. What is it with us on Monday night? I mean, people were bringing this up all over on Twitter. We've lost. What did they say? 16 out of the last 17.
Let me see.
Oh,
Rabbit Rads
Monday night
has it written
games?
down in here. Rabbit Rads has it 1-16 in the last 17 games. Meanwhile, I think I saw that we were 15-5 at RFK for Monday Night Football. Back when there was a lot less Monday Night Football.
And there was a lot more Redskins fans. RFK was insane.
All right, yeah, RFK was awesome. This place, this FedEx Field is such a joke.
Oh, speaking of, dude, and I don't know how old our
I'm sorry.
listeners are.
Jack Kent Stadium, my
But
bad.
I saw an article written by some dude this week that was talking about how he doesn't care about the Dallas rivalry as a Redskins fan.
He's not a Redskins fan.
And that he would root for the Cowboys if it meant that we would go somewhere. And I'm like,
He's
I
not a
tried to
Redskins.
go over there, and all I was going to say in the comments was non-fan. But
Yeah.
it was all this rigmarole to like get your account active so you could post. So I was like, never mind.
Oh, why even bother? It's not like it's going to change the guy's mind about who he is and what he's saying anyway. You know.
Yep.
Non-fan.
just touch base on a couple of things.
non-fan.
Non-fan on this Carolina Panthers game. I'm just looking at some stats. They had the ball 10 more minutes than we did. They basically had 100 more total yards than we did.
They basically dominated us, Josh.
They had 22 first downs to our 18.
Domination.
We had 3 turnovers. They had none.
That's the big difference too.
3
And
turnovers.
we had a missed extra point.
They had more
Don't
penalties.
even
than
get
we
me
did.
started on Dustin Damn Hopkins either. Oh my God.
Do you guys think we should be auditioning kickers this week?
No.
I think we
Are
should
we-
be
are we at that
auditioning
point yet?
defensive coordinators this week.
I think we
Oh,
should be auditioning defensive coordinators this week. I agree as well.
Okay, well, what about the kicking situation?
We need to get one in competition in camp, is my opinion.
You think we should just wait it out?
Dude, I think
We're
we're
at this
done.
point.
We're not going to the playoffs. I mean, even if we do win these 2 games, we have to hope for 2 teams to lose, right? Like the Packers.
Yeah, Green Bay and the Bays, Tampa Bay and Green Bay are both ahead of us now.
Thanks to how lackadaisical our team was.
The
So
whole team just sucked, man. It was like they got up. It was like they took naps in the afternoon and then got to the stadium and they're like, "Oh, what are we doing tonight? Are we playing the Panthers? Oh, they suck. We're gonna kick their butt.
Pretty easy game.
Be a pretty easy game."
So dudes, we're definitely pulling for the Vikings this week because they're playing the Packers. Who's playing the
The
playing the
Vikings
Bucs?
are right there too, though. But yeah,
Yeah, the
I guess
Vikings
so.
are half a game behind us.
Yeah, but
Who are you asking about? Who's
Aaron's
the other
still
guy?
our only. It's like help me Obi-Wan Kenobi. They're our only hope. We have to have them win.
Dude,
And Tampa Bay. Oh, dude, Tampa
New
Bay,
Orleans.
of course, is playing Dallas this week, right?
they
No, they
played
play-
last
Bay is
week
playing
and
New
they
Orleans.
They just played them. Who are they playing this week?
New
Jesus Christ, New Orleans. I've just said it 3 times.
John,
God
who's
damn.
who's Tampa Bay playing this week? Can you look that up?
Well, here's my question. Here's my
See if you can look it
question.
up.
I don't. I'm trying to put my mind around who we want to win with Dallas and the Giants because the way our defense is playing, I don't think we can beat the Giants again unless it comes down to the last week and they're resting dudes because they've already got their wild card spot sealed up. So who
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Their scrubs will still dominate.
If our team comes out in any semblance of the team that we all saw on Monday Night Football, the season's over.
And the last 2 weeks, if you want to get technical about it.
Dude, did you guys see that? That there was like a graph or something they put up during the game this week about how much money was spent on offense versus defense.
Yeah.
Oh, what was
Yeah.
that? I didn't see it.
That was crazy. I got to see if we can find that.
I don't have it, but I remember the schedule or the numbers that were on there. It said we had the second most salary as far as the salary cap is concerned. We had the second highest salary towards our offensive players and the second lowest salary towards our defensive players.
Second lowest salary. Right.
So 31st
Exactly.
in defensive spending. Our defense sucks. I wonder why. And I've been thinking that the last few years. I was like, all we're doing is getting offensive players and then like Band-Aids for the defense the year after year. And this year is the year it really just has sucked ass. And it includes like injuries and stuff like that. But I mean, everyone gets injuries.
We suck.
We suck.
What else can
We
we say?
suck.
Do we want to give our games and kicks, I guess?
Yeah, let's give them.
Yeah.
All
do it.
And now,
Let's give it a run.
the coveted and ever-elusive Game
Go.
Ball Award.
Somebody go.
I was playing the music. You just can't hear it because it's messed up. They can hear it, though. I think Rabbit Rads and them can hear it.
It was coming through on. Oh, wait. I don't want to tell you that live. I got to text that.
You got to text that info. Text me, dude. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give my game ball to Josh Norman for breaking up that one pass at the end zone. It was a pretty play. It was perfectly timed. So that's who's getting my game ball.
Josh, do you want to go?
No, you go.
Well, my game ball is going to go to
Don't say Mark
Tressway because he had 6 punts, long punt 56.
You're giving it to the punter?
Who the hell else am I going to give it to? The long snapper?
Well, I got to give a little shout out to Deshaun Jackson for 2 pretty catches.
Those 2 catches were pretty sweet, but I'm not giving it to him.
Yeah, because he has a downside that I'm about to discuss.
Who, Deshaun?
Yeah.
He's got a few off the field downsides, like reality TV shows and whatnot.
And he
And
longs to be an Eagle.
he longs to be an Eagle or a Cowboy.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Let's see.
So yeah, mine goes to Trust Way because he had a good game. Darn it. About it.
He had a lot of practice.
Josh, you're giving yours to Martrell Spate?
Negative.
Oh, you could give one to Nick. Who is Nick Moody?
I mean, Martrell Spate did have the most tackles on the day.
Who is Nick Moody? He doesn't even have a stat line, but I remember seeing him on the field, and Aaron was like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "I have no." I was like, "Moody?"
I was like, "Who's that Moody guy?" John's
And I was like,
"How
"Moody?"
do you know he's Moody?
Nick Moody, dude. He's Mr. Nichols, Nick Moody.
I know.
Yeah.
Where did he come from?
I don't even remember.
He was a 6th-round pick in 2013, drafted by San Francisco, straight out of Florida State.
Oh, I was going to say, not by us.
No, not by us.
No, he's definitely no Dante Hitler Jr. Senior.
Nick Moody. All right, I'm going to give my game ball to... Oh, I had it. Where was it?
Ionitis.
No, I'm just going to... No, I can't give it to defensive players.
Chris
I mean...
Cooley.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Pierre Garçon. I think he's continues to be reliable. You know? Did you say no? You're
Aaron,
shaking
did you
your
say
head?
no?
Dude, he had dropped that important catch after we've been stroking him. the last 5
Everybody dropped catches. Didn't you give a ball to Deshaun Jackson?
He dropped a catch.
How
He had
many
a ball
did he
go right
drop?
through his hands, and he was like, "Whoop!"
He's like, oh, that went through my hands. I can't believe it.
I didn't give one to him. I gave it
Okay.
to Josh Norman for knocking that ball away in the end zone.
Oh, that's true. And then he
All
gave
right.
a shout. to Deshaun.
Oh, it's shout. Okay.
for
all right.
2 pretty catches, but I said I wasn't giving him my game because of something I was about to discuss, and then you just let the cat out of the bag.
I don't know what you're about to discuss.
What were you about to discuss, Aaron? Tell us.
I
Oh,
was
wait.
about
Play
to
the music
discuss-
first.
Hold on. You guys won't be able to hear it, but here it goes.
It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award.
Okay.
All right, Kicking the Balls Award this week. Mine is going to Dante Whitner Sr., Greg Toller, and Martrell
Dude,
Spate.
stop taking them all.
There's plenty left where that came from, dude.
Dude, Martrell Spate knocked out one of our other guys. Was it Fuller?
I know, man. What happened? He like headbutted our own dude.
Will Blackman, he needed help.
He did. Oh my goodness.
Dude,
Oh, but what
who
I
are
was
half of these people?
what
I
I was
don't even know.
What I was going to say about Deshaun Jackson that made me really angry earlier in the game was there was a second down play where he caught a ball and he just like lackadaisically went out of bounds 2 yards short of the first down without even trying to fight it all.
Which he does a lot, and a lot of receivers do that. I'll say that in defense, but
that was after our offense was already struggling, dude. We needed a first down badly. And then on third down, they didn't get it, and we had to punt from like our own 20-something. So I was angry about that. And then, of course, the one that went straight through his hands. And then afterwards, he made up for it a little bit. Well, he made up for it with those 2 nice catches. But
they were really nice catches.
I was angry about that.
Dude, what did Nacho do in this game?
He's cut.
He missed a couple tackles. Dude, there are so many defensive players that are going to be cut. Dante Whitner, Hitler Sr., the Fuller third.
Yep.
Speaking of Fuller.
Dude, I'm also giving a kick in the balls award to Jordan Reed for being an idiot and getting injured like 3 times in the
Dude,
same
stop
game.
giving all the kicking the balls. Stop doing it.
All right, your turn. Go. There's plenty left. What about on Twitter? What about on the chat? Are they giving game balls or kicks or anything?
There's game
Oh,
balls.
yeah.
Rad said Trent Williams for making the Pro Bowl. He missed like for 4 freaking games and he still makes a Pro Bowl. Here's the thing.
We need to talk
because
about the
he's
other
having
dudes
such
who
a
made
good
the Pro
year.
Bowl.
We're going to talk about Pro Bowl here in a minute. Let's just hold that thought.
Right.
What are we giving now? We're giving kicks.
Yeah.
We're giving kicks. Pierre Garçon gets my kick for dropping that horrible pass.
He got your game ball.
No, I just like to do that every now and again.
You'd love to do that.
No,
You're doing
I'm
kicking.
changing my game ball. My game ball is going to go to Chet.
Chet, he's always good, dude.
Chet had a good sack on the day, 2 tackles for loss.
That's a good one.
Chris Baker gets my game ball. My kick, Dustin Hopkins gets
Rabbit
my kick.
Rads just said Hopkins cut.
Dustin
a little
Hopkins
bit
gets
ago.
my kick. How do you miss an extra point? How do you miss I could kick an extra point. Put me out there.
Well, remember the extra
Put me in,
points are
coach.
like 34 yards or something like that. He's not the only guy who misses kicks, but he is one of the
all
worst
he
in
gets paid
He's
to
one of the worst
do.
on the season.
Dude, you have one job. One job.
Dude, he was
Yeah.
tied for the most misses on the season, and then he
On field goals, and then he missed a damn extra point. He keeps going for that right upright.
Dude, it's like if you were a ticket taker at a carnival ride and somebody handed you the ticket and all you got to do is stick it in the box. And
it's a little more skill than that.
and you just keep dropping it out of the box. It's your only job. Your only job every day.
Dude, how did you come up with that job of all the jobs in the world?
Yeah,
I
man.
think you're the ticket taker at a carnival ride.
At a carnival
At the
ride.
tilt-a-whirl.
I mean, come on. Come on, I'm looking
If
for
you're a
a
ticket
job
taker-
analogy.
If you're a ticket taker at a carnival ride, you've got some worse issues going on there than number one being a carnival ride operator.
Okay, well, pick another job for me then. What's a good job that's their only job all day? What do you do?
You can mix drinks up at the upper deck of FedEx Field. I mean,
Yeah.
Jack Cat Curry.
Dude, it's like your only
Stadium.
job is to pour beers at Jack Kent Cooke Stadium,
Yeah.
and you snap the can open, you pour the beer, you hand the beer. But for some reason, you go to pour the beer and you move the cup out of the way and you pour the beer all over the ground. Your only job is to get the beer in the cup. That's all it is. It's not that hard.
One job.
Now, I'm talking about the extra
Do I
points.
need to bring the
Obviously-
footage up of us at the
Obviously,
Redskins Beach
obviously
Blitz
there's
trying to kick an extra
variables.
point? Because I could do that.
Especially me.
John's were great.
Mine was great.
Obviously, there are variables when you're kicking field goals. Obviously, there's pressure on you. There are people running in. The line is backing up on top of you. You just, but these guys don't even look up. They're not looking at that. They look down at the ball. They get the kick off, right? The kick is off.
Yeah.
What? I don't understand it.
What else do you do?
I don't understand it. It's not like they're making them run drills and do, tackling. I don't
I'd
get
love
it.
to be like, dude, next year will be better. But first we got to get through these final 2 crappy games, and I still got to give my kick in the balls.
All right, go for it.
All right, go for it.
My kick in the balls goes to the entire defense. All of them.
Even Ryan.
That's a whole lot of kicking, man.
Ryan Kerrigan ended up
He-
going out because of his arm
I don't know
injury.
that you have time to kick off
He had a few
that
bad
off.
angles too. I remember calling him out on one. Or no, that was Murphy. I thought it was Kerrigan, but it was the other white dude, Murphy.
Murphy's about the whitest guy in the NFL. That dude's so white. He's like,
dude.
if Trent Murphy takes his helmet off, I have to back away from my computer screen because it
Plus,
gets
he has
so
that
bright.
big, goofy, it's the weirdest goofy grin face.
Although, Aaron, you said there's one more guy who's like the whitest guy in the NFL, and that is
Clay Matthews. He's white.
Clay Matthews. Might be the whitest guy in the entire world.
I don't know.
That
dude.
is a white dude.
Dude, he's blind.
But as far as we're
He's
concerned, we've got
blind.
Trent Murphy.
Trent Murphy.
Dude, if
Trent
he
Murphy.
went out naked in a snowstorm, you wouldn't be able to find him.
Maybe that one little shock of red you see every now and again.
Anyway,
Um,
all right.
dude.
Who-
Oh, I was just going to point out. Pepper spray says that Sheriff gets the game ball, and Rabbit Rat says kicking the balls goes to all the safeties for their lack of coverage in the entire season.
Safety.
Yeah.
They need to change their name if that's the name of their position. It should be.
The unsafeties.
On safeties. Well, we got to do the injury report. It is Wednesday.
Let's do the injury report. And Rabbit Rad said, when you guys are ready, I've got your injury report.
All right, go Rabbit Rads.
All right, go. Here
Let's-
comes. Here
let's-
comes the injury report. We're ready for it.
Let's Skype her in. So she
Can we do that?
I don't
Can we do that?
I don't if she had a Skype number. I don't know. Maybe next week we can do that.
All right, here we go.
All right, injury report, go.
Houston Bates tore his ACL, out for the season.
I
Gone.
didn't even see Master Bates in there.
Dude.
He wasn't. He tore his ACL the day before.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Kerrigan, elbow sprain. We saw him come back into the game, and he had that big, giant, black, robotic-looking thing on his arm.
Yeah.
That brace, so to speak.
So it's
Craven,
just a sprain, is what you're saying?
just a sprain. Yep. Cravens and Compton are day-to-day.
We need those guys. It was showing this week and last week how much Cravens and even Compton contribute to this team. Even though we're not good on defense, it's still a lot better when those guys are in there.
All I have to say is one thing. What? Whoa! Oh. And then Josh
And it's
Norman. He's like, what? Whoa!
Josh Norman.
Okay, who else we got? Reed. Reed was playing with the shoulder injury, obviously, since the Dallas game.
Reed's
Did he
fine.
re-injured it? Is he okay? And what about his hand? Is that
Dude,
He's
even
not
important?
playing.
I don't know, man. It looked like he took that one hit, and the guy kind of like came up into the shoulder like that,
Because they're dirty.
and he hit the ground. Now I don't know if that was intentional, knowing hey he's got a bum shoulder. Let's hit him there. But when he hit the ground, it didn't look to me like he landed on it. I think just landing on his side and the compression of that with that shoulder, I'm just worried that he's just going to keep re-injuring it.
He's going to keep getting re-injured no matter what because that's how he's always been.
He's injury prone.
Yeah.
He is. He has
But
been.
But he's huge.
He's a huge
on
asset
offense.
for us. So the thing is, if Minnesota does not win this week, if Green Bay wins and we're out, they just need to sit Reed down and say, go get healthy. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to see him the rest of the season, I want to see him back next year fully healthy doing great things.
Dude, the way they played the other night, I don't want to see the team the rest of the season.
I'm really interested to see how we're going to end up on Saturday night against the Bears. It's supposed to be right around freezing. It's not too cold.
The game's
Shouldn't be
at
that
1,
big of a
isn't it?
deal. Yeah.
Okay.
Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy.
You said
hit my-
Saturday night. That's why I was double checking.
No, I don't think we have any more night games this year. Thank goodness.
No?
Thank goodness.
Yeah, we don't want to play at night anymore.
Dudes, hold on.
117?
That's true. Two more injuries. One, Joe Barry has a chapped ass from from not being able to make it work. And two, Jay Gruden has a bruised ego from playing in front of his brother and having this game turn out the way that it did. I'll leave it at that.
Word.
What was that story that John Gruden told about Jay Gruden giving him a dirty rock from the yard?
I know.
He gave him a dirty rock for Christmas. It was a dirty, and he'd gone out in the yard and got a dirty rock and gave it to
He wrapped
me.
it up, and I got all excited about it, and then I get in, and it's a dirty rock.
And it's a dirty rock from the yard.
and then he made some statement. John Gruden was like, but he got all the brains in the family, and here I am stuck up in a booth with you.
At one point, John Gruden said, "The Panthers scored 500 points last week." And then I was like, "What?" And then McDonough was like, "Well, they didn't score 500 last week."
Oh,
That McDonough guy's funny.
oh man.
He acts the way he always does. He used to broadcast, I think, Red Sox games some time ago.
All right, what else we have? Pro Bowl. Yes, we had 4 people
Oh,
make the
yeah.
Pro Bowl. Trent Williams.
Yep.
Brandon Sheriff in his first Pro Bowl trip.
It's good for him. That's really good for him, I think.
Yep.
Even though he's had a couple of holding penalties coming up lately this last couple weeks, but he is next to Moses.
Yeah, but the offensive line in a short time from being our weakest link to now where we don't even give the O-line report anymore. I mean, What can you say? They've
I know.
Decent
great-
or good defense to go and having a bad offense to be the exact opposite.
Yeah, and that shows by the money they've spent.
Yeah.
So. And what about who else is on there? Who else made it?
You asking me?
Anybody?
Who are you talking
Who
to?
else
Oh, I
made
thought
the
you were
Pro
talking to
Bowl?
Josh.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh,
talking.
Jordan Reed.
We have Reed, Kerrigan, Sheriff, and Williams.
And we got Kirk Cousins, and
Cousins
is an
make it?
alternate. He's an alternate.
Dude, that's
He
what I was
should've
going to
made
say.
it.
He should have made it.
Yeah.
He's had a great season thus far, and everybody was singing his praises. And then it comes time to vote for this crap, which we know is a popularity contest, and he doesn't get it.
So who got it for quarterback in the NFC?
Probably Dak Prescott.
And Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers has been bad.
He's actually been really good if you look at his stats.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't really been him bad. It was his. He also has an awful defense on their team.
Yeah.
But they've got people coming back. We don't have anyone coming back. There's no good people that are hurt. It's just like crappy people that are hurt, but we got even crappier people in there like trying to do things for them.
I don't think Dak.
26 to
Prescott's that good
15.
either. Dak Prescott just has a good offensive line.
Their offensive line, man, you know, I would love to have that offensive line in front of Kirk Cousins and see what he could do.
I don't
Well,
think
our offensive line's been good on the pass though.
altogether, yeah.
I mean, how many times? But if we were equally good on the run, yes, I agree with you. Because then, you know,
Yeah.
the defenses would have to guess more. But how many sacks have they given up? Does Rabbit Rads have that? Because we haven't given up that many sacks. Maybe like one or
On the
maybe
year?
2 a game. Yeah,
We're second or third in the league for least amount of sacks.
yeah. I mean,
Pretty good.
we probably haven't given up more than 20. I would say.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
But anyway, what else before we round this thing out, dudes? You guys got anything in the chat you want to say? All right, well, let us know. In the meantime, we'll do some stuff.
Rabbit Rads did just post on Harry Hog Football before we go. Orakpo and the one-man gang also in the Pro Bowl with as many sacks as Kerrigan.
Really?
How about that?
Orakpo?
Orakpo in Tennessee, I think.
Wow. And the one-man gang?
That's a lot of sacks. Or maybe it's the two of them together. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
I didn't even know Orakpo was still playing.
Orakpo's quietly had a good year.
In Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Dude, One Man Gang was one of my favorite
Tennessee.
players. I just
Man,
wanted
I
to say.
loved him.
Yep.
Anyway, I think that about rounds it out. So we'll let you guys get going and finish up your Christmas shopping.
Already done, dude.
Sure.
Already done.
I'm talking about the audience.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Sorry.
Sorry, people.
And
Enjoy the crowds.
enjoy the crowds. And
Avoid them all like a plague.
you know,
Says
I do.
Josh. Oh, shit. Do they have malls out there in the middle of America, Aaron?
They have the Mall of America.
Ball. Where is that, dude? That's
What?
Minneapolis.
Yeah, that's in the very middle. Anyway,
Cold there.
we'll talk to you guys next week. Have a Merry Christmas, and hopefully somehow we will find a way to win the game against the Bears and possibly win the playoffs.
All we gotta do is win the last 2 games. Those other guys aren't gonna keep winning,
Yeah, we hope.
or they may just totally win. Who knows? But
Dude,
we're-
there's still a slim chance. You know,
we controlled our destiny, and we didn't do it.
yeah, but
so
dude,
now
if you
we're
will
about-
it is no dream. Perhaps we just need to leave it to, out of our hands to happen.
That's true.
If you will it is no dream.
We need to win, and we do have that tie that could put us a half game up above a lot of the other teams.
Aaron, you were right weeks ago. You're gonna be like, that half game is what's gonna cost us in the playoffs.
And those field goals against Dallas.
Oh, jeez. And against Cincinnati, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
And the missed extra points.
Yep.
Ugh.
Anyway, dudes, hail to the Redskins, and as always, good to see you, Cowboys. Cowboys fan.
What to do? Joker!
I hope he won't forget to crack his castanets and to his
Bye-bye, y'all. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa.
Ole, ole, ole.